And welcome back for your mid-February reading. Those of you who are new, a very warm welcome. And those of you returning over from YILDIZ readings, hello again. Yes, I do have two channels. I have Twin Flame Alchemist to Union, and I also have YILDIZ readings, which I've had for 3 years. Can't believe it's been 3 years. So if you are wanting to look at your general reads, you know, what may be coming up for you each month, go and have a look. I may be doing mid-months for those as well. I'll see how I go for scheduling, as well as anything connected to romance, and I do live sessions at YILDIZ readings for astrology. Now, as for this channel, I will bring you the by Zodiac sign, as well as any tools that I think will be relevant to your twin flame journey to bring you into union. As well as anything that I feel spiritually from what I've learned on my path, you know, that you can actually use to get you to a whole place so you can choose what path you feel is spiritually correct for you. I'll also, anytime I do have any psychic downloads, I do tend to come to you live. They will be very separate to these videos that are provided. And I do give away free readings both at YILDIZ readings and Twin Flame Alchemist Union. So come through, click the bell and join our live sessions. Okay, let's have a look what's going on with you guys. You got some interesting energy coming through, and this did come up last month as well. It's sort of like you're energetically exhausted, or you have an opinion of perhaps the reasons why your twin is reacting in a certain way. Now, this may be for those of you who are in communication. It might be your opinion regardless of communication, but it may be you're feeling you don't have the oomph to move. But again, it did come up, and yet your chakra card was in the upright position. So I think it might be a download of what you're physically feeling coming through from your twin. Where you may feel a bit in the pity party. But again, this can be a temporary energy that comes in, but I feel it's more a download. I feel it might be your feeling that maybe they don't wish to come towards you, for those of you who are in no communication. Those of you who are in communication, I feel it's more you may lack the energy moving mid-month. It might be due to workload, due to external situations. I don't feel it's a negative energy. I feel it's more a frequency-related situation. Your twin currently is trying to move through a state of being balanced. I do feel, Libra, if you had a karmic, I do feel you have no interest in the karmic energy, or in a past tense proposal. I feel this is separate to twin, although you may be very focused on yourself, and that could be the energy coming through. It could be also your opinion if you feel your twin has not left the karmic, that you feel that they energetically have checked out, but at the same time they may not have reacted to it. But they're trying to bring balance, okay? So they have moved out of it, and they are trying to move through the aspect of any adversities they're having. Now, karmics they can be a physical person, but at the end of the day, it can be a work colleague, it could be family, it could be kin, it could be children. They're trying to get themselves balanced, but you might be feeling some way about a karmic energy. Now, this can be your opinion of them, or what you're seeing happen to your twin, or it could be directly in your own life that you're not entertaining anything at the moment and really just trying to focus on yourself and keep as grounded as possible, because emotionally speaking, you are feeling abundant. You're filling your own cup. You're dealing with any 3D related dynamics you need to. Now, if this hasn't happened yet, this is the energy you're moving into. And again, if you do have blocks, working on them with the toolkits that I'll provide will get you to this frequency so you can physically be in balance. You're really coming to a place where you're finding the inner harmony and peace, but you're trying to work on that. It may have made you fatigued, but you're also knowing that you do need to take direct action, that you've got to be very, what would the word be? Very direct and assertive when it comes to making decisive decisions, which, you know, Librans are renowned for being indecisive, but really, Librans try to gather all the information so they can make the fairest of decisions. But now in the emotional abundance sector, it's also you feeling that you're trying to balance everything out and look at it quite rationally. You're definitely following your instincts, but at the same time, this came up at the beginning of the month for you. Knowing intuitively and really trusting in your intuition, because I feel if you feel grounded, you'll be able to tune in a whole lot better to what is going on with twin and how to directly deal with it in the 3D. Be it in communication or no communication, you'll be more grounded to get the downloads. You know, a lot of twins are actually telepathically connected. So the more grounded you are, and if you do actually get that time to do the meditation, and when I say meditation, it doesn't have to be there, you're sitting there and you're listening to music, it's just having quiet time, literally not listening to white noise. We all individually have our own technique for meditation. Any aspect of delays that are coming up, I feel you're going to deal with them quite well. But it might be due to a frequency of what's going on with twin. I'll tune into that a bit more. I feel you're tying up loose ends on your own front, and because of that, you're sort of taking a lighter approach to your own personal life. It might be that you're having more time to actually socialise with your friendships to keep your energy light, and you're sort of trying to go with the flow as much as possible. You also know that you're trying to balance the frequency out of finances, which it can't all be work, and you're feeling work has been taking quite a lot of your time. And that's due to the fact you're being responsible, not because of the finances. So I do feel that, you know, if you do have a person around who's needing upon you, that's going to frustrate you, be it your twin or other individuals. But at the same time, if this is your frequency coming through, you're looking at it and you're going, yes, I understand that we need money, but at the same time you're trying to create a healthy balance and taking a mature approach about it. Some people may be feeling you're selfish and you're only you're only interested in the finances, but I feel it's more you're trying to grow a nest egg for when you retire, I feel. Some of you are really thinking about how to problem solve within the financial sector and how to create a balance within it, perhaps with a relationship, with the social life and with partner. And that's going to be really challenging this year for a lot of people. You really do need to keep very practical when it does come to any decisions, because indecisions is going to cause issues for you. You know, if you do feel you're guided to do something, you're keeping your cards close to your chest. You're really not wanting to let anyone know, because I feel you're meditating. You're scared someone's going to take an idea, or perhaps even your twin. Some of you are worried about a path you're picking. You may have a choice between two paths. You also are concerned perhaps about where the connection stands with your twin. But whatever's coming up, I feel you are quite focused on your own energy. And the lesson is, you know, we can be as free as possible. And I think especially with your finances, it's like you're sort of looking at the finances as if you have everything prepared, everything will be safe and grounded. But there's other things in life that do come that can take us through left field. And it's strange, I actually said that this morning. I had a friend tell me, oh, yeah, tomorrow's my last day and then I'll be on holidays. And I said, that's nice. And just a crazy day, it'll be fine. And I said, oh, well, and the funny thing was the other day I was walking along and I had my headset on. And this is an exact example of not being prepared. You know the road, you've walked down the road many times, you've got your headphones on. And out of nowhere, you know, I was more concerned about what was behind me, which is, hey, I'm trying to be prepared. And a dog literally ran out and jumped at me. And it was a pit bull. And I just looked at it and went, I'm in trouble here. Because my heart had jumped so quickly that you know intuitively that they sense fear-based frequency. So I'm trying to calm my breathing. And I'm not scared of dogs. It's just the fact that it took me unexpectedly. So, you know, we can be prepared as possible, but this is what I said to my friend. I said, yeah, well, you think tomorrow is going to be normal, but look, things can come at left field. You just don't know how normal that day will be. And that's really for Librans, I feel, adjusting to the fact that you can be prepared all you like, but you're never prepared. So, but the tools that you have with things that come at left field, you will have the tools to deal with it. So just try and stay as grounded as possible. Now, I'll look at your twins and then we'll look at the energy between you. And I can kind of pull the story together for you because it's quite interesting what's coming through. I do feel they're dealing with a great deal of manipulation. They've got conflict going on, but again, they are trying to deal with their finances. Anyone that is directly manipulating them or trying to pull them back over old ground, I really feel they're creating personal boundaries for this situation, especially really wanting the balance in their life. And again, balance of scales, it can be they're wanting you, Libra. But they're tired of waiting. They are patient. They're more patient than they had been. But they're patiently waiting for this transformation. They're sad that the delay has been there, but at the same time, they're also not, there's an easy way out in their mind, but they're choosing to do something the correct way. And they know for them, if they work hard, again, they're doing a very similar thing to you, focused on the pentacles, focused on the finance, creating a foundation. Their hopes after this factor, and this could be why you're getting trigger points in your finances and going, oi, hone it back in again, because you will mirror each other. And really what's coming through with you is you're having this realization that not everything's finance. Yes, there's abundance in other things, and there needs to be time for pleasure, time for rest. The old theory, we're not going to be here forever. What are we doing? Building, building a pyramid. We can't take it with us. So it's becoming very practical and grounded, and I think your twin's doing the same thing. The hopes are returning because they're seeing light at the end of the tunnel, but they're dealing with the aspects of the conflict and trying to climb out of it, and they know this is the only way. So at the moment, it may be that they're not, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, but what they're going to learn is working through it will make them a masculine or a feminine, because it'll give them the power back within their own life. And, regardless of what sex you are, and be it you were the initial masculine or feminine, the reality is if you don't work, you won't get anywhere, right? And the work, it can be spiritual work. It doesn't have to be physical 3D. Some may be leaving a job and transferring over to pursue love. And there may be a person who they directly were working with that was not for their betterment in life. This can be either at a romantic level or a, what would the word be? At a toxic level within a career situation. Yeah, they're not faithful. It's a temporary position. So I feel for some of them, they might be doing something at a temporary level to get themselves out, to get their foundation set so they can move forward. But they're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, but they're definitely doing the work. Okay, so what's coming up between you is there can be some uncertainty connected to love. You're a little bit worried. You're trying to get grounded. Fair-based frequencies are coming up due to the stagnation, but definitely there is a transformation. It's just about going through the cycle of it for that transformation to come. Okay, there can be some envy connected to an ending, so it might be that both of you really in your own personal lives very separately have worked on something very hard and you're starting to gain some aspect of success, but, there can be envy. Try and white light yourself, especially if you are in communication and people do become aware of the fact that you guys are in communication. Try and white light yourself, and we're protective crystals. It can be amethyst, it can be, black tourmaline, so that you can't be spiritually attacked. Okay, for the both of you, you had to go through hell to get here. You really did. In your own lives singularly, and in order to get this, it's been a lot of hard work. So if you are gaining communication and you are deciding to directly work on the situation together, be it it's starting very slowly, it's going to take a lot of effort to tie up loose ends. But I feel it's more at your sides individually, and then this can come, because the interesting thing is you've got divine union. Okay, and you know, really frustrated. It's like, come on already. Are we there yet? Can we get this on the road? This is a very old connection, but it is a past life connection. I feel both of you, regardless of whether everything is tied up, I do feel there's going to be movement forward because you've got room in reverse. So it might be there's no more time to complete certain tasks and you're just going to have to deal with them as they go. And some of you are trying to create that room to usher in new changes within the connection. But I do feel there's a mass change. I feel as though with the both of you, like I said, be it you're in communication or you're not, there is a transformation that is being dealt with. Now, if they still are in a karmic connection, I feel they're directly dealing with it. And I do feel this person is actually in it for the finances, especially with the gold digger card. And both of you may have had an energy of people needing upon you for finances. Your counterpart side, their advice is personal boundaries, choice, assertiveness, empowerment, and authenticity. And this is very much connected to manifestation as well. And yours is heart chakra. So if you're coming from that pure intended manner when you're working with people, when you're dealing with your finances, when you have the belief system about yourself, you're going to be able to manifest more of such in, but just don't hold on to it too tightly and try and keep the balance, not just from a Libran's point of view, but from the point of view of allowing more to flow back into your life, because when you hold on to it too tightly, it can actually do the polar opposite. Love and light, and I will see you during the month.